Well, thank you. LeaAnn Fuller joins us now for News Talk. She's a life facilitator at Fuller Life LLC, and she's here to talk all about Teens Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And it's all, of course, part of Domestic Violence Awareness Month as a whole, but we're going to focus on teens here.
Yes.
And why is it that Teen Domestic Violence Awareness Month is so important, other than, you know, we're looking to protect our children here, but there's a lot of things that go on as parents. You can't always be in every place, but you should be. Right?
Right. It would be nice if we could be, you know, have those really actually had eyes behind our back, but we don't.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
So it's really important because some statistics say 1 in 3 teens actually are victim of dating violence of some sort or another. I know oftentimes we think of date rape, that kind of a thing, but it's more than just sexual violence. It's abuse, physical abuse, emotional, verbal, sexual. It's a little bit of everything.
And you have to kind of throw in social media abuse now too,
Social
which is
media,
terrible.
it has, and it really has advanced the whole thing, and it makes it easier to take it further. I know back in the day when we were younger, we didn't have social media. We could escape some of this stuff.
Sure.
Now there's no escape because our children are always online, and this happens online, bullying happens online. There's just no escape now with social media.
What are some of the warning signs that you need to look for?
So one of the big things, and when we're young, you know, you talk about kids 11 to 13 years old dating, you know. When you're young, it's so easy to get wrapped up into boys or girls, and there's a fine line between endearing and controlling. And it's very important to kind of listen to your gut and listen to what, you know, your experience, and really look for these things. And if somebody's showing up all of the time, or there's that constant contact, sometimes you need to help release that constant contact, kind of ease our children into taking it slow and taking it easy, and not just kind of jumping headfirst into something like that.
And like we just talked about, social media really plays a tougher role for us as parents. I mean, let's be realistic. As parents, even if you are quote unquote monitoring your children's social media feed, you can't be there 24/7. So, you know, what do we do as adults to try and help prevent some of this?
So really, our children live what they see, to be honest. And I think a big part of what we can do to help our children, our boys and our girls, is to build them up when they're younger. It's easier to build a strong foundation than to repair it when they're older. So teach them what their value is, and teach them how important self-love and self-care is. I know it's kind of hard when they're younger for them to understand that. But really, if we can teach them how valuable they are and how important they are and what amazing kids they are, oftentimes they won't settle for some of these things that don't seem right or feel right, and
they'll recognize it.
And it's important for them to know that if something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't right. And it's okay to reach out for help. It's okay to reach out to our parents or a counselor or a teacher or just a friend, someone that you're comfortable with. It's okay, because oftentimes, just like as adults, when we're kids, we feel like we get into something like this and we feel like we're all alone. No one will understand, but there's always somebody there that will. You just have to be okay with reaching out and knowing you're not alone, and knowing it's okay.
LeaAnn, we are out of time. We could do a whole half hour on this. Will you come back again soon?
Absolutely.
All right, good to see you as
Yes,
always, LeaAnn.
you too.
Take care. More news coming up right after the break. Stay with us.